There's a rumour going around that I scream like a girl when I'm scared or excited. I would like to point out right now that this is not true. Well, maybe it is. Just a little. Hi everybody, and welcome to Mr. Duncan's Full English number 5. I thought I would start off today's edition with a selfie. Just in case you're watching this in 2050 and you don't know what a selfie is, I'm not going to tell you. And you won't be able to ask me in person because I'm dead. Oh, there you are. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan's Full English number 5. My name is Mr. Duncan, and I'm ever so pleased to meet you. We are all here again to take a peek into that wonderful world of English. So, let us all join hands and say the magic words. For goodness sake, Mr. Duncan, we haven't got all day. Get on with it. Can you see what sort of weather we're having here today? Well, there is poor visibility for a start. It isn't a clear day by any means. It is a foggy day here in England. We can use foggy as an idiom to describe the inability to remember something. We can say, I haven't the foggiest idea, which means you do not remember or you cannot recall a certain event or a piece of information. Today's fog has been caused by warm and cold air colliding with each other. This fog is made up of tiny particles of moisture. You often see fog forming in the early morning or evening, or as the temperature changes. The subject of weather is a fascinating one, and for the typical English person such as myself, it is a subject that is often discussed in general day-to-day conversation. The two words shown here may look similar, but they are in fact very different. The words perspective and prospective are often confused. That is to say, one is used instead of the other. First of all, the word perspective defines the way in which things are seen, how an object appears depending on its size, shape, and relative distance from other things around it. In drawing and painting, perspective is used to give the illusion of depth and distance. We can also use this word to express a person's view of the world as their point of view. A person's perspective of the world. The views and opinions held by us all come from our own perspective. Then there is the word prospective, which means something that is expected or is expecting to be done in the future. Something that is likely to happen at a later date is prospective. I have a prospective client coming to my office tomorrow. So now there is no need to get these words confused ever again. I have given you a clear perspective of what the differences are. I have done this for you now and for all the prospective online students who will join me in the future. There are many commonly confused words in English that have opposite meanings. A good example being the words lend and borrow. Quite often the word borrow is used instead of lend. Can you borrow me your pen? Of course, the word used should be lend, as this word means to let someone have something of yours for a short time. You give something to someone on the understanding that they give it back to you later. You lend it to them. On the other hand, the word borrow means to take something from a person for a short time. You borrow it from them. So, lend is to give temporarily, and borrow is to take temporarily. Lend, borrow, lend, borrow.
Rain, rain, go away. Come back another day. I don't know about you, but sometimes I find rain to be a real pain. A pain is an annoying thing. You can feel actual pain or figurative pain. If a person annoys you, then you can say that that person is a pain. Something that causes inconvenience or disruption is a pain. Something that is hard to do can be a pain. A person or thing can be a pain in the neck or a pain in the ass. There are phrases connected to rain, such as save it for a rainy day, which means to keep something back for when it is really needed. The thing in question is normally money. Then there is rain on my parade, which means to spoil someone's enjoyment or create a moody atmosphere at a happy time. I wonder if this rain will ever stop. Rain, rain, go away. Please come back another day.
Would you describe yourself as being good at multitasking? Are you able to multitask? The word multitask describes the action of doing more than one thing at the same time. You are carrying out more than one task at once. You are doing a number of things at the same time. I often multitask. In my line of work, I find that I must do several things at the same time. While making these lessons, I usually carry out several tasks at the same time. Some of these jobs may be related to my work, and some might not. For example, while editing a new lesson, I might also be running in and out of the kitchen to prepare a meal for myself, while also cleaning the living room. So, I am doing 3 things at the same time. I am multitasking. It would be fair to say that multitasking is a sort of skill. Not everyone can do it. The danger of doing too many things at the same time is that mistakes can occur. Doing too many things at the same time can be just as bad as doing nothing at all. Can you see what I have here? This is a saucepan full of boiling water. The hot water is producing steam. Steam is produced when water vaporizes. Normally water vapor cannot be seen, but it is possible to show it when extreme temperatures are used. For example, when hot vapor meets cool air. This is one of the ways in which clouds are formed. The process is called evaporation. The word steam can be used in other ways. For example, a person can let off steam. This expression means that a person will release their tension and pent-up energy by doing something. The action is normally a physical one, such as going for a run, having a dance, or in extreme cases, screaming out loud. It would be fair to say that we all need to let off steam at some point. It's time to take a look at another part of English grammar, continuing the theme of punctuation that we started in the last Full English. Today we will take a look at the dreaded apostrophe. This particular punctuation mark is a controversial one, as its use has been widely disputed over the years. Even now there seems to be some confusion over how it should be used. In general English, the apostrophe serves two purposes: to show the possessive quality of something, and to show that a word has been shortened or a sentence has been made shorter. In the possessive sense, the apostrophe shows that one thing belongs to another. For example, Duncan's pen, Jill's pencil, St. Paul's Cathedral. The apostrophe can come at the end of the possessive word. For example, the teacher's college is over there. A commonly confused use of the apostrophe comes with the word it's. The apostrophe here shows the contraction of it is. It's my birthday today. When the apostrophe is not used, then the possessive tense is being expressed. A mouse has no fur on its tail. Another common mistake made with the apostrophe is to use it to show the plural of ordinary words. This is incorrect. Once again, the apostrophe is only used when you wish to show a possessive clause or the contraction of a word or sentence. Have you ever noticed how whenever you get something new or begin something that you were looking forward to doing, there is always a sense of excitement and eagerness surrounding that particular thing? But over time, that excitement begins to wane and fade. The novelty begins to wear off. That sense of excitement makes way for the feeling of routine and malaise. The thing that was new and exciting has become familiar and commonplace. Examples of this include a child with a new toy, a person with a new car, or perhaps a couple in a marriage or long-term relationship. The thing that was once new and full of sparkle has become dull and boring. In certain situations, a change of scenery or a break away from the thing in question can make it seem new and exciting again. Too much of a good thing might take away the novelty of having it there in front of you. Oh, you've caught me having a quick nibble. The word nibble can be used in many ways. As a noun, it means a quick snack. You are eating something that will not fill you up. A nibble is eaten between meals. The word nibble can also be used as a verb to take small bites out of something while eating it is to nibble. Small animals such as mice, squirrels and hamsters nibble. Their mouths are small, so they can only take small bites while eating. In British English, the word nibble can be used as a naughty metaphor for kissing and cuddling with a lover. You nibble on something when you are feeling peckish. Oh, that is another new British English word. Peckish, which means hungry. Do you ever find yourself feeling fed up? The phrase fed up means bored and jaded. You feel lost and at a loose end. You want to do something, but you have no idea what to do. The feeling of being fed up is a frustrating one. This phrase can also express the feeling of having had enough of something. Usually the thing in question is annoying you and is getting on your nerves. I'm fed up with the noise coming from my neighbour's house. I'm fed up with your constant complaining. We can also use the idiom cheesed off to express this feeling. I'm feeling cheesed off with my boss. So fed up can mean bored or annoyed. Boredom can also be expressed as bored stiff. I feel bored stiff today. Annoyance can be expressed as sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of your constant moaning. We can also say sick to death. I'm sick to death of your nagging. I hope you have enjoyed today's edition of Mr. Duncan's Full English and that you will join me again for another one very soon. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of the English language. Of course, that is England, saying to you, thank you for watching me, teaching you. And of course, until the next time we are here together on the super duper internet highway, this is Mr. Duncan saying ta-ta for now. Don't forget you can catch up with all of my English lessons by clicking on the playlists. Learning English with Mr. Duncan. Ask Mr. Duncan. The Word Stop. And of course, my full English lessons as well. With all of these lessons you will discover that the world of English is indeed a fun and exciting place to be.